to me. BDK. All things hip hop.
Hello, everyone. This is episode 4 of All Things Hip Hop. Today, in our underground report, we'll be looking at MF Doom, and in our Legends report, we'll be looking at Big Daddy Kane. So, hopefully, everybody's excited. This is Black Magic, your hip hop moderator, and I'm sitting here with Big Just, the Real, your analyst. Here we go. MF Doom, his name is Daniel Dumil, and formerly known as Zev Love X Dumayo, and formerly known as Zev Love X of the rap group KMD. And guess what? He was born January 9th, 1971, a day after me, January 8th, people. Don't forget my birthday. I will be accepting all gifts. Hit us on YouTube if you need my email address. January 8th roll around. Okay. But back to MF Doom. According to the zodiac signs, he's a Capricorn. He's from London, England, and is best known for his supervillain stage persona and exceptional lyrics. MF Doom is an MC and hip-hop producer. In addition, he has 5 collaborative projects. 1, Mad Villain with Madlib. 2, Danger Doom with Danger Mouse. 3, Doom Starts with Ghostface.
Which hasn't
4,
come out yet. It hasn't dropped
which
yet.
hasn't dropped yet. 4 is JJ Doom with Gennaro Jarrell. And Neruvian Doom with Bishop Nehru. So he has a lot of stuff going on, people.
In addition,
Go ahead.
he also has, if I'm not mistaken, 5 albums of his own.
5 albums of his own. See now, Big Just Real, you jumping here because you know I want to ask you.
Oh, okay.
No, it's fine. But do you have any of the 5 albums?
Yeah.
Which ones do you have?
CDs, MM Food, I had Mad Villainy. They somewhere in all the CD piles. Okay. Mad Villainy, Kidora, King Kidora, Take Me to Your Leader. I think I had damn near all of his albums. You know what I mean?
Did you enjoy him?
Yes, I did, and I appreciated it because I like the fact that the brother is very experimental and he does what he wants to do. I mean, to the average listener, he wouldn't be considered, or casual listener, I'm gonna say, he wouldn't be considered really a real MC because he's so quasi, I'll say, or eccentric.
Okay, so you said to the casual listener, he would be considered eccentric. How about to you, in your opinion? How do you view him as an MC or as a just a recording artist, or what do you see him as?
I think that he's a good artist. I think he's an exceptional producer. I also think that lyrically, you know, sometimes he get a little too far gone, but you know he's a poet, so you know it's left up to your interpretation. But you know, as far as his lyrical prowess, I think he's one of the best MCs in the game. You know what I mean?
That's what's up. Honestly, I don't know much about him other than what I've heard from my comrades, one being Big Just the Real, Big 716 being the other, and especially Big Kobe Volius. You know, he's
AKA
one of
Feature the Great.
Feature the Great.
Feature
the Great. The people want you, baby. People want you on the show. The people want to hear some lyrics or something. Send them some 16s. At least email them out. Let them know what you're doing. But okay. So I'm trying to figure out. Do you think MF Doom is headed to the top as far as like King of the Underground, or do you think he's headed for mediocrity?
He's been the King of the Underground since he came back as MF Doom. When he came back as MF Doom, he actually, I'm gonna say this is my opinion, but I saw his fluctuation. He pioneered that independent shit for New York niggas. Like from the 90s on into the 2000s, he was putting his shit out, maxi singles and shit like that, and his shit was becoming underground like bangers. You know what I'm saying? Next to Sean Price, I don't think it's a more famous underground. I mean, like it's famous niggas, but I'm talking about like Sean Price and him are the only 2 kings I've seen on the underground. Like any of the niggas like Ghostface, all they underground, but they mainstream because they didn't been really mainstream niggas. But he's him and Sean Price to me are 2 that stayed on the underground. Even though the Danger Mouse album came out on a major label, the shit was done the way that they wanted to do it. You know what I mean? I believe they probably had full creative control, and they probably took the album to the majors, and the majors just partnered with them. I don't know if that's what really happened, but I assume because the album was done its own way. It was just it was done. Another thing I like about MF Doom, he doesn't just fuck with these domestic labels. That Lex Records label over in Europe, they put his shit out, and they got a lot of people signed, a lot of motherfuckers signed that you wouldn't really expect. Like, damn, I didn't even know about this label Lex Records, but that shit is like a big label overseas, and they put a lot of like 2 or 3 of his albums out, and he's, I mean, when he did the shit with Stone's Throne, Mad Villainy. That shit sold like 250,000 copies. That's an independent label, you know what I'm saying? And this is in an era when CDs and shit wasn't really selling all still, you know what I mean? They were selling, but for independent, that was a big feat.
Okay.
My bad, son, too.
No, great. You did a great job, man. I mean, because I told the people, and I'm telling you again to remind you, I don't know much about this brother, but I want to keep checking for him because I'm hearing a lot, and I'm definitely checking for the album with Ghostface. But you mentioned King of Underground and independent artists, pretty much who have basically garnered enough success to crack the overground. Hence, Ghostface. But where would you rank MF Doom and say a AZ or a Mac Miller as far as underground and kings of underground slash mainstream artists?
Well, I believe that Mac Miller has white privilege, so I don't even consider him even if his songs are good, I don't, he came in on an independent ticket too, but he had a lot of doors opened up for him. That boy had a TV show on MTV. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, for a dude that didn't really have no bunch of material that was like mainstream, you gotta attribute that blessing to white privilege. You know what I'm saying? Who else did you ask me about?
AZ the Visualizer.
AZ the Visualizer, one of the greatest of all time. One of the greatest. And I'm sorry to say this, in my opinion, I want to double back and say I'm never disrespecting Rakim. He's done a lot for the game and all of that, but I would prefer to listen to AZ kick it because I don't think of Nas like Rakim. Like they have similarities, but I think AZ is cut from that cloth more where he's always kicking it about the knowledge and he more cut from that cloth of Rakim, where in my opinion Nas is cut from like about 5-6 different niggas cloths to make this one Frankenstein type nigga. You know what I mean? He like a KRS, he like a fucking Rakim, Cool G rap. You remember the Dr. Knock boots? That was that shit for that whopping shit. You know what I mean? He was trying to do. He's a hip hop nigga. You know what I mean? Like not kind of just in one category. You know what I'm saying? But Az, one of the greatest. I rank him one of the best in the game to ever do the shit. Lyrically, he's one of the tightest I ever heard in my life. You know what I'm saying? What more can you say about that brother, man? And I commend him, and I like the moves he making now because I see KRS posting about him on Instagram, the book and all of that stuff. Peace to the brother, man. I hope that God do his thing and continue to satisfy the listeners. You know what I'm saying? Because he's definitely one of the top talents in what I consider hip hop. You know what I mean?
That's what's up. Peace to AZ. But people, guess what? I'm not gonna let him off the hook. I know y'all want to know.
One other person too. It was Mac Miller, AZ.
That's it. This Mac Miller, AZ. I referenced Ghostface as far as you telling the people how basically. Thanks for acting. Ghostface was an underground type of artist in a sense that he dwelt in the underground. He annihilated many of beats on the underground and mixtapes. So no, you covered that. But we would be remiss, all things hip hop, if the people don't know what privileges are. You mentioned color-based privileges, so I want to know: are there any MC-based privileges that exist, or should there be MC-based privileges? Because we heard you mention color-based. I understand that, but now do MCs get privileges, or should they?
Some do, because when you think of things like this, anybody that's affiliated with Wu-Tang, I would assume they're gonna sell at least 15 to 25,000 copies. Just because, and I'm talking about like this could be independent, this could be on a major, whatever. Just that's privilege in itself. But they laid the groundwork. They battled for that spot in the game. You know what I'm saying? So, that's like being a member of the Zulu Nation. You know what I'm saying? You kind of blessed. That's the privilege in it. You know what I mean? Like where we in the underground artists, it's harder for us to book a show. Whereas like them brothers, Ali Grant calls somebody, I got my little man, I want to rock for 6 months, on a tour or whatever. Nobody know the nigga. He open an act for whoever. So that's a privilege right there. Same with any crew that then set they place. Bad Boy, you with Bad Boy shit. You can do a show. I'm quite sure every night, even if you don't have nothing out. Like fuck it, Puff. I just want to get on my grind and get, if it's nothing but 1,500 a night, fuck it. Let me get that 1,500 a night and work on my craft and learn this game that you trying to teach me, whatever. You know. But that's my opinion. Like whatever crew you with or whatever, if they got their spot, you blessed. You know what I'm saying? If you fuck up your blessing, because from interviews in the past, RZA has said things. He hasn't said nobody's name per se, but he said niggas in his crew, certain, and I'm talking about the big crew, the vast Wu-Tang Corporation shit. Certain niggas didn't do right with their money, so it's like you squandered your fucking shit. Now I'm doing X, Y, and Z. I don't have the same time to really devote to getting you no more money. Like, yo, you gotta, the opportunities I guess are always there if you didn't burn no bridges. But at the same time, you got value and take in consideration you are being blessed. So, you gotta don't squander the shit is basically all I'm saying. So that's a privilege though, you know what I'm saying?
Great point. You make such an expert point on the fact, and that's why you are our hip hop analyst. So peace to the Wu-Tang and peace to Zulu Nation, you know what I'm saying, for pioneering what is and can be considered MC-based privileges. Now, I would like to move on to our legend of the day. The one and the only, Big Daddy Kane. In the 80s, a few artists did much to basically improve or change artistically the shape of hip-hop, and they didn't transform hip-hop as much as Big Daddy Kane. One of those artists being Kane, he hails from Brooklyn, New York. Big Daddy has went on to establish himself as an icon as well. In addition, a black icon.
Black.
Big Daddy Kane has even influenced some of the hip-hop greats from the second golden era, which is, I consider, the second golden era. Everybody may not accept that, but that was the 90s era.
Definitely, probably the first golden era for real. But,
oh, wow.
Or the start.
We're going to cover that, people. This is Big Just the Real, the Analyst, and you're going to get to know him so much better. Just stay with us. But he influenced Jay-Z, Big Papa, and Big L. This is Big Daddy Kane. So if you guys know Jay-Z, I know you know Jay-Z, some of you, right? Big Papa and Big L were all influenced by the one and only Big Daddy Kane.
Again, one of the greatest.
One of the great. In addition, from Warming Up Kane to Smooth Operator, Kane was the first MC to merge hard lyrics with a smooth player persona. As a matter of fact, like KRS-One, Kane utilized an acronym for his name. Now this is deep. Not only was he a player, this guy, K, Kane, King, A, Asiatic, N, Nobody, E, Equal. This is what this man was doing. KRS says in one interview that the first time he bought a microphone was because of Divine Sounds, Divine Richie. This is back in the day as far as what Big Just the Real used to call. On his road to his blow-up-suation, he stays humble, and he admits, there were people who helped him. On Vlad TV, Big Daddy Kane said that he got started rapping and emceeing seriously from the very beginning. He said that was probably because he was a battle rapper. He said that he started battling in 1982 when he was 13 or 14. Come on, people. 13 or 14 years old battling. And around 1985, Kane was introduced to Biz Markie by a friend. Kane and Biz Markie battled. Then they became friends, and Kane joined the famous Juice Crew. Wow. Toppled one of the members and became a member. Go figure. The Juice Crew was a super group put together by Marley Marl from Queens, New York.
Not Marley Marl. Marley Marl.
Marley Marl.
Queensbridge.
Queens. The Great. Peace.
The Great. Probably, let me just throw this in
Go
there.
ahead.
Probably the greatest hip-hop producer. At least he's the equivalent of Dr. Dre to me from the East Coast. Because his record speak for itself. Now, he don't play the game. Marley Marl really never played the game like promoting himself from just me watching him. But sonically, musically, the man got hits. Just like Dre. And probably got more hits than Dre. Now, Dre may have sold more records with certain artists. But as far as songs and shit like that and classic albums, come on, man. Marley Marl got some shit out there, man. And I'm telling you, he the only fucking producer from the East Coast that could make mainstream underground music. Like, when you think of I'm Bad, come on, man. That right there is one of the best songs in fucking hip-hop history. I mean, I'm saying I'm bad. I'm sorry. I meant Mama Said Knock You Out. You know what I'm saying? No rap quite like I can't. Oh, that was I'm bad. You lucky. But I'm saying, all in all, one of the greatest hip-hop producers in the game. I say the equivalent of Dr. Dre on the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? I don't think nobody's really better than Marley Marl. You know, now he ain't really doing nothing, but I remember a few years back I read an article about him, and you read the same article where he was saying when certain things came into the game, he was like, "Yo, I just rather fall back, be a DJ and mix and shit, and do some other things." You know what I mean? But I was just throwing that in there. Continue, brother.
But no, that's why he's a hip hop analyst, people. Because see, now that he said that, Marley Marl, seriously, he's great sonically and all that, a pioneer sonically. But I mean, because if you look at Herbie Love Bug and then you look at say even what's my other man name? Herbie Love Bug is one. Teddy Riley. He read my mind. See, hip hop analyze hip hop. Teddy Riley and Marley Marl and Bill Biv DeVoe and Herbie Love sonically pioneers for the first golden era of hip hop as far as production. But guess what? Look at business now. Marley Marl got the catalog from Cold Chillin' Records, and he's in the background. You don't see him throwing money in the air. You don't see him popping bottles. You don't see him riding Phantom Road. He can do that, but guess what? He's an OG. So thank you, Big Just the Real, because the people need to know Marley Marl is a triple OG, equivalent to, say, a Colin Powell of hip-hop, period. So thank you. But now I have to ask you the questions about Big Daddy Kane. I'm going to start with this, people. Yes, get your comments. Y'all need to know, this is all Thang'Z Hip-Hop.
Please give your
comments. Is Big Daddy Kane in your top 10 MCs of all time?
Of all time? I mean, he like Rakim to me, in the sense that you have to respect what they've done in the past, but at the same time, like, it's so many things. I mean, like, I would say yeah to a degree, because he's been around. Like, he can put it down. He got classics, just like Rakim. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, he's not really making anything really, that's ear grabbing for me right now. You know what I'm saying? I respect what he's done. He got some of the illest verses that annihilate niggas' albums right now. Like, the verses better than a nigga whole fucking album. You know what I'm saying? You don't get that kind of shit. Like, certain niggas that's coming out, man, I'd rather listen to a Big Daddy verse over and over, or a Big Daddy song over and over again, than this fucking whole garbage ass album. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. Big Daddy! That's what's up. Yo, I gotta ask you now. So since you say pretty much he's definitely one of the greats, you admit that, but you said he's kind of in your top 10. That's a great answer, but kind of a little fuzzy, because it's like, okay, to me, no, let me tell you what, because when we used to follow basketball heavy, we used to watch first, second, and third team All-Americans, but then we seen the honorable mention. Mm-hmm. So it seems like you're saying he's an honorable mention first teamer, brother. So that was a great answer, but it's a little bit, I want you to go into it, because it seemed like he's right there. So what are you, 11? You feel we're right there at 10?
No, you know what? Let me say this. If we had a Mount Rushmore of the people that really have made hip hop really, really famous, mm-hmm. and I'm talking about, like, when you speak of hip hop, you're gonna hear it, and it was a real Mount Rushmore or a big mirror or something like that.
Yes, sir.
You would have Run DMC on there. You would have, and I'm just saying, I don't even think they would put Houdini on there, even though Houdini sold a lot of records and all that. They might be on the honorable mention. But you would have Rakim on there. You would have KRS on there. You would have Big Daddy on there. Let me think of some more heads. Because a lot of cats came and went a little bit, but people that have had.
What about Heavy D?
Heavy D. He'd probably go honorable mention style only because
first team?
First team.
That's what's up. Honorable mention. Peace and rest in peace to Heavy D, Dick.
Heavy D debate. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, that was one thing about hip hop back then. Hip hop was, you could be hip hop. Like, yo, these niggas following the trends. Like, yo, we set the trends, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody do their own thing, man. Everybody do their own thing. That's the beauties of it. Like, oh shit, you freaking it? Why? I mean, that was the poppin' shit. Like, I'm coming with a whole new routine on your ass. Some shit that just fuck you up. You know what I mean? But now it's like, get the fuck out of here. But all in all, Big Daddy, I would say he's on that Mount Rushmore. You know what I'm saying? He's on that somebody that when you talk about hip hop, people are not going to talk about the Treacherous Three. Some hip hop historians might. or True Blue purists, but the average person that grew up listening to hip hop is not talking about some of these old groups. I'm not saying they haven't been influential to the groups that I said are on the motherfucking Mount Rushmore or the people that's on them, but people not talking about them. And I don't think now when you say we're gonna go all the way to we're gonna say the first shit, these are the real hip hop heads or Cool Herc and people don't like that. And I'm just keeping it 100. Like the average person that grew up in hip hop, we've heard the name. I don't really know what Cool Herc really did, and I'm a grown man. I know some of the stuff that they say he's done, but I haven't seen him do anything really marvelous to me at all. Like, he paid the dues and all of that stuff maybe, but I don't. But Big Daddy and Rakim and KRS, this is my opinion. KRS, Run DMC, I'll say maybe the Fat Boys. You know what I'm saying? Curtis Blow, LL Cool J. Salt and Pepper.
These two women in rap, the queens.
When you put up this big collage or whatever, and it's these multiple now you can expand it and keep it going. Like, okay, but people will stop knowing who some of these people are. I'm talking about the people that are the staples in our head. You're going to always recognize these people from a young motherfucker know, oh, that's Salt and Pepper. From the squish it. From the commercials that they running right now. See, this is what I'm saying.
Relevant, people, relevant.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what Cool Herc. Maybe he's doing stuff behind the scenes, like with commercials, and he's the dude that's coming in and doing I think it should be like this. I think it should be like that. Maybe so. I don't know. But
consultant, maybe.
Maybe, but I don't know. But like I said, Big Daddy is definitely up there. Whatever he's doing, if he broke or whatever, he's always got a face that's going to be able to probably generate some kind of interest and money. If he wanted to go on time joining cruises for the rest of his life, probably and perform all his old hits, he could do that. I don't know if Cool Herc or Busy being him. I don't know what they could do. That's just keeping it 100. You know what I mean?
What's that?
Man, look at me like you don't know who I am, man.
I ain't used to see you in the motherfucking whole full throttle like you
gotta change it up, man.
Nah, it's good to see you. You ain't tall as your dad yet, or you tall?
Hell yeah.
Wait, how tall is you? I thought your dad was like he played like he was 6'7", though.
Yeah, he did.
Nine.
He did.